All right, man. 25 minutes into the hour. This is what we all came here for. I mean, listen, man. Right now, if you're a boxing fan like me, then it's not a surface thing. It's something you study, man. I study boxing like I study hip hop had to be. You know what I mean with that?
No, you already know.
There's a problem in hip hop culture that I often talk about. A lot of times we try to disregard the past, those who laid the bricks to make it possible for us to do what we do today.
Right.
A lot of rappers do that. Cornballs. I hate when they do that. Act like they were the first to make some metaphors happen and make words rhyme. Like their style, they created and invented it. Nothing new under the sun. For every rapper who's making it right now, I could tell you a rapper who made it in the past that they got their lineage from.
Wow.
And as we should salute them. Even if they're no longer active. And I feel the same way about boxing. Now, every now and then you come across, a rapper that just kind of goes against the grain and, is bringing their own energy, they add something new to the game.
Right.
And those are the ones that I really especially like, that I gravitate towards. I support them no matter what, even if they ain't got a hit record. Man, I came across a boxer like that, man, recently because I like my boxing history. I can take you back, man. We had Mickey Ward on the show, and I was able to ask Mickey about his career.
Wow.
And I came across a boxer a couple years ago, and I said, yo, this dude is going to be a threat. How come more people don't know about him?
Right.
And every time I would ask people about him, hey, man, I know, at the time when Broner was coming up, I know Broner's great, and I like what he does, but Broner emulates what Floyd does. So, and then God bless him, but he ain't bringing nothing new to the game. Yeah, I know Canelo. Yeah. He's tight. He's dope, but he ain't really fought nobody yet. Let's see what happens. And even with Pacquiao, when he was beating De La Hoya, and he's catching guys kind of past their prime, and And I saw this dude by the name of Keith Thurman. I was like, what the fuck? Who in the hell? Where is this guy at? Why isn't he in the big money fights?
Right.
Why aren't the big boxers fighting him? And now people are starting to catch it. They're starting to feel the storm. They've seen it come now. And he's here with us today, the one and only one-time himself. Give it up for Keith Thurman, ladies and gentlemen. WBA interim champion of the world.
Yeah, thank you for the love, Sway. Thank you very much.
Hey, man, it's good to see you, bro. Now, first of all, you worked with a legendary, with Getty, man, legendary. I was watching, what was I watching the other week when you fought a couple weeks back, and they was showing your history, which I thought was great, man. I like the fact that they allowed you to speak, because when you talk, man, it's like it's enticing, because you don't cut any corners. You don't seem angry, you don't seem mad. You just like telling the world, look, man, look what I've been doing. I've been doing this since I was a kid. When Getty first brought you in, and one of the things you said that he told you was, man, make sure you always punch with power. Is this true?
Yes, sir, man.
Yeah.
Ben Getty is my heart and my soul, man.
Yeah.
He really is my history. If the man didn't pass away, it's going on 5 years now.
Yeah.
He'd be right here next to me today,
Yeah.
He taught me many things, and he was old school, man. He was like a broken record, like somebody who just wouldn't stop talking, He said the same thing every day in the gym. And the one thing that was exceptional about me that he wouldn't stop talking about, and he would rave about it when we went to other gyms, like, I got a boy right here, he'll knock you out. And then after he knocks you out, you can grab anybody else in the gym, and then he'll knock them out.
Yeah.
And he just told me that my power is a threat. It was a threat when it first was being developed, and it was a threat later on. The first time I ever knocked a grown man out, I was 13 years old.
Wow.
With 16-ounce gloves and headgear.
Wow.
And that was after I just knocked somebody else out too. I knocked out an amateur fighter, then I knocked out a professional fighter the same day.
Same day. And you were 13 years old. Now, to put it in perspective, Ben Getty, he worked with a lot of greats. Let's name one in particular that I've always been a big fan of, and I actually had a chance to meet not too long ago, and it was just, for me, it was, it'd be like meeting Muhammad Ali, but Sugar Ray Leonard, right?
Yeah, Ben. I don't know exactly Ben's position, but I know Ben was in Sugar Ray Leonard's camps on several occasions. I believe he was working with a lot of Ray Leonard's sparring partners and getting people ready. But he was in the camp, and he would tell me a lot about Ray Leonard's training habits and what Leonard would go through and what made him a true champion. Ben used to always say that if you want to be a champion, you must train like a champion. Yeah. So he would point out all these old greats. Ray Leonard a lot. You know, he told me Ray Leonard would jump rope. They'd have to gather people around him because he'd almost make himself pass out the way he would jump rope. Wow. He'd run the bleachers. You know, you go around the track and you run up and down the bleachers of a high school or college arena or whatnot. I think he was actually doing that at a professional arena because they allowed him to. And then also there's film on YouTube. If you look up John Scully sparring Roy Jones Jr., Ben Getty's in the ring, and that's on YouTube right now. Wow. Before I ever met Ben Getty, I never seen the video till after his passing and everything. He was right there. You can see how much of a hands-on trainer Ben Getty was if you watch that video and that clip on YouTube. He was in there giving Scully demands. He was in there tapping his foot. He got down on one knee. He would tap his foot. Bring your right foot back. Bring your right foot back. In sparring, you know. Ben was just terrific, man. He was a vet, and he believed in me so much growing up. That it was his belief in me that allowed me to believe in me and allowed me to pursue this dream of mine, which is to be a world-class fighter.
Now, where did you grow up? What city did you grow up in?
Clearwater, Florida.
Clearwater, Florida. What are your family? What is your ethnicity?
My mother's white, my father's black.
Okay, so black. Did you ever have like problems with that? Being like, what they call it, a mulatto? Mixed kid? They still say that?
Yeah.
All right. That was never an issue in Florida, huh?
The only problem, man, is, you know, just growing up mixed, man. And the stereotypes that the American public puts on you due to the news and things that you hear over time. You know, I mean, I remember at a certain moment of my life being in middle school and just knowing I'm mixed, knowing I'm half white, half black, but then to a degree it's like, well, how do you act? Do you act white or do you act black? And that messed with my mind, you know what I mean? Deep down I knew, because I know God created us all equally, that I'm just another man living out life according to his plan. You know what I'm saying? But it just used to mess with me, man. Like it plays with your ego, you know. I want to be hard, I don't want to be soft growing up, and you know, but then it's just stereotypes, man. Like that just messed with me for a little while, but now, you know, being older, being more educated, you know, ignorance comes in all shapes and sizes, colors, you know what I'm saying? So I just do my best to be a young, wise man and hopefully be an example for the youth now that I'm getting older. Man,
this is Keith Thurman. I want people to get to know you as much as possible, because this dude is about to take over the welterweight division, in my opinion. Right, and he has humble opinion.
And Sway, he has a ton of phone calls already. So just keep opening up the lines for the citizens.
Okay, so and Keith, when we get calls, like, you may not realize it, this show is global. So you're going to get a lot of, and this is what I want to do. I want to build up. I was telling Keith yesterday, because he's having the hardest time getting fights because people are running from him. And we got to identify with that. You know, even in my journey in this music business, I never catered to the industry part. I always catered to the people. So when you got the people on your side, great things are going to happen. We're going to make sure the people know who you are, get the people on your side. The people going to force these fights to happen for you, all right? So 888-742-3345. The champ is here.
Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.